Hello, everybody. Welcome to the yard show for tonight. Tonight is the 8th of February. With me, as usual, is Mr. Cool Toad Sean.
Hello.
I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. We did not have a show last week due to the Super Bowl. We are going to have another guest next week, Wesley Williams, who's on the Toadcast on Friday night, and I had a very fun time talking with her and doing that show. So thanks for having me on, Sean.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for being on. Shoot. That was an amazing show. It was one of my best.
Well, as I said, thanks for having me on. You know, I'm on it a lot, but not usually that type of format. So tonight's topic is going to be about tools for new resellers to use or old resellers if you haven't used certain tools. I do have a list of things that I'm going to go through, and we will see how things go and go from there. One of the first things I'm going to actually you should even go there. Boy, am I rushing it already? Right now, Chris, let Sean do his introduction.
Oh, yeah. I am Sean Cool Toads. I have a channel here, and of course, as you heard, do the Toadcast on Friday nights. Pretty exciting one is last Friday night, so go check it out. I plan on fun. I had to put the fun back in again. But yeah. I also have a Facebook page, Cool Toads Pad. If you want to join it, that's cool. I've been kind of not hitting that page as much as I have been, but yeah.
Anything else?
No.
And I should say I do have a Facebook page under Walking Picker as well. I also am an admin of the Resellers Society, if you don't already know. I also have my own group, National Resellers Advice, eBay, Amazon, but I do most of my talking and helping over in the Reseller Society. Sean is an admin of my group, so he helps me out there as well. So let's get right to the meat of the bones here, I guess. What are some of the tools that you're going to need? There's one big one, and you don't even have to have it in your hand or in front of you or anywhere. It's already in you. Your brain. You have to use your brain to learn. You need to have your brain to memorize things. I know some people have issues that may prevent those, but you still have a brain anyway.
I resemble that remark.
And to start off, I'll start off with what you can use to, as I call it, reclaim, rescue items. First of all, if you are a dumpster diver, as some of us your viewers may be, you can use a headlamp slash flashlight for when you're at a dumpster. That way you don't have your hands free and you don't have to worry about having to drop the flashlight and literally trying to dig it out. What are your thoughts on that, Sean?
That's awesome. That's definitely a big thing. You can also get one of those grab things that you do like that. It has a little hook or whatever on the claw on the end. One of those things is super important. Gloves, super important. Those three things really important. If you're a short guy like me or a lady like me, you want some kind of thing to stand on. Yeah, some kind of
those things for if you're a storage auction buyer, depending on what's
yeah.
You never know what you're gonna come across.
That's true.
Another thing that you can use for various different reasons is a magnet. For jewelry, you can test your jewelry that way. You can test other items to see if there's any type of metal inside of what you're researching.
Or pick up something metal.
Yeah,
like in the dumpsters or whatever. Possibly.
Yeah. Another thing you can use is if you're at a yard sale or something like that, you can use a loop to test your jewelry. As Elena has a or two on other shows, and such as the catacomb.
One of these. Here. Ta-da! So you can see. But
I
look, you
see
can see my
that.
eye through there. Wait. Nope. Sorry.
Let me put it on you so you can hang it up.
Oh,
Another
nice
thing you
little
said,
cat.
I was gonna say another thing Elena touched on in the last couple of shows that she's been on, and yes, I've taken some of these ideas from for this show from the previous other shows, so I'm giving credit to where it's due. As a the diamond tester, you can do the portable or the one that she showed on the last Thursday night. Anything in the comments, Sean, or are you too busy looking for other things?
I was looking for something. Let's see. Yeah, no doubt. California picker. Um, with a K, by the way, not Drew. Too many needles in his town to jump in the dumpster. Used to a long time ago, though. Yeah, he lives in a. Yeah, he don't want to jump in a dumpster. Anyway, what's up, man? Welcome. Larry's Treasures in the house, too. Jay Zepp, how's it going? Been around a lot more lately. That's pretty cool. Shantina, what's up? I guess I'm doing shout out, in case you didn't notice.
Yeah, I kind of noticed it, but that's okay.
UFO and iFlip, that's pretty awesome. I like that name. Dana, oh my word. I just realized I forgot something on Friday. Joseph Hare, what's up, man? Blue Skies, Bits and Bobbles. Auctions de jour. That's hard for me to say for some reason. Picker Smurf, what's up, man? And some guy, Cool Toads and Walking Picker. Idalia Burmester. If I said that's her first name, I said right, I hope. Lisa Triplet, what's up? Eric Tinkers Row Relics, what's up, dude? Squirrel Guys Online Auctions, which is Daniel Gallagher. Denver Flipper. I don't know if I forgot him. If I missed anybody. Oh, Angie Martin was in here earlier. Wonder if she's still here.
Yep.
And
I just
Michael Baumberger, Texas Auction Picker, and Watts Picker. Welcome all. But other than that, nope, nothing really. Oh, there he is. Yep. Oh, Debbie. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to attempt to.
I saw Shantina's in the comments as well.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's my little list here. I know it's not like a normal show for us tonight. I'm trying to do my best. We got most people would already know this one, but smartphones. You can use that for anywhere you're at. Even if you don't have a smartphone, I'm gonna say this right now, and it may sound funny saying it, but use people you know. They can be your tools because before I got my smartphone, I actually was at a yard sale, at a thrift shop, using a flip-up phone, texting Sean if he can give me information on an item I was looking at. So, I'm not saying they're tools in that the bad way, as some people like to take it.
Ow.
But if they're willing to help you out, use them. Just don't take advantage of it. And for people like I was gonna say, like people for me, like me, excuse me. If you don't have a vehicle or your vehicle breaks down, get into a bag, have a bag or a backpack, so you can, if you go to yard sales, you can pick up small things and carry on your back and go wherever you need to go.
That's what Albatross Brian uses. Backpack, big huge rucksack.
Yeah, he actually admitted it one time. He's like, he admitted in one of our in the comments in one of our shows that he actually walked 5-6 miles one time.
Yeah.
So he actually understood where I was coming from when I was saying called myself the walking picker.
Yeah. Yep. Something about the bus wasn't running or something, so he walked it. I was gonna say, also you can use like dumpster diving. In case you need something, you can use a knife. Doesn't have to be a one like this, but like a flip a locking blade or something would be good, like a buck knife or something. Yeah, that would be a good tool to have. And your dog in your truck, that's a really good tool. Even the other dumpster divers don't come near me. Well, he's a Saint Bernard, so that's why. But
And for other people, I know you know some people that do this, Sean. Metal detecting.
oh yeah,
If you're out by a beach or something, or even in the woods, but
oh
and
Beshin. Okay, cool.
you can bring somebody with you.
Yeah,
You know somebody that's in the area that likes to pick, and they get bored or tired of doing it by themselves. Find somebody to go with you. You don't always have to get to go after the same things. That can ruin a friendship. But you never know. Somebody like Chad said on Wednesday night at the meet and greet. That friend, you might be able to buy something for him and or her, and they'll buy for you, and you can swap or pay them some money and get it back, get more money back.
I think tip dumpster diving, since they're kind of talking about it a little bit in the chat. At like four-year universities, even some of the other ones that have like we have a junior college that has dorms, but like major universities, all those kids when they get out of school, they're throwing tons of stuff away. And I know I've heard of, I don't know them, but I've heard of a few different pickers that go out there and they score a lot of stuff, a lot of money that brings them into quarter four. And so summer's coming up, in a couple months, so a couple 3 months or whatever. So yeah, definitely look into that. Mine I can't do because they have an actual police force, and those guys are kind of jerks. Kind of try to get in there, but yeah, if they come around, it's time to leave.
Well, you never know. In some areas, like where I'm at right now, it feels like it's summer. We hit
Yeah.
70s and 80s the last couple of days.
Oh yeah.
So, and
Yeah,
this
but
is
I mean,
February.
yeah, but I mean, when they're leaving, I mean, those kids now they don't care; they just toss it all. I mean, even one of them I was talking about said he found a couple computers, a couple laptops. I was like, really? And he said they worked fine. So, yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
And if you're out and about, if you know you're going to be out for a long day, this may sound like a strange thing to have. Get food and drinks. Don't always have to use money to go when you're out picking to go to a fast food restaurant. Bring something with you. Bring a cooler. That way, all you have to do is worry about reaching in behind you or beside you and eating something while you're on to your next place. Anything in the comments, Sean? Since we're probably still talking about the dumpster diving.
And Tina was talking about apartment complex dumpster diving used to be good places. She did that when she was younger and had yard sales every weekend. It's pretty cool. And thank you for correcting me on the name pronunciation. I can't even say that word. Today is just, man, it's not a good day for me. Again, I think I had one of those days, a month or two ago. Stay hydrated on hot days, for sure. Definitely important.
And yeah, I'd probably say, because I saw her ask, does everybody go at night? I would assume most do either go at night or in the evenings.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard to do it during the day unless, well, you see homeless people doing it, but that's the different story. They're not necessarily looking for something to make money off of. They're trying to survive. Not that we don't, but it's a different scenario.
Some have gone during the day. I think the majority, Entrepreneur Girl went during the day. She found some good stuff. But I think mostly at night is because, that's when everything's closing up and they're just getting rid of stuff and getting out.
Exactly. I can say that for the wife as you saw, see behind me the little credit card or gift card spot thing. She picked that up at a Safeway, which is right next door to us. One night when they dropped it off, all of a sudden she said, "I'm going shopping," and she came home with food, and then she's like, "Oh, I gotta get more stuff," and I thought she had to get more food, and it wasn't food. It was what's behind me to make a shelf. She used it to make shelving.
Yep.
So you never know what you might be able to use and find without realizing it.
What's the best thing to wear? Disguise or you don't have to. You definitely don't want to wear good clothes. Not bad clothes either, but you want to go in your high heels and stuff or whatever. But that was Lisa Triplet that asked that, by the way. But yeah, it all depends on your weather and all that, what kind of clothes and everything. Mike, let's go picking. What's up?
Then on our second episode, our very first guest, Florida Picking Queen, kind of touched on what she wore when she used to go out dumpster diving. So I would suggest if you want to see what she wore, suggest you can watch that episode. Not that I want you to leave this one.
Yeah.
And I want to thank all 30 viewers that we're having. Oh.
Sorry. Oh, Let's Go Pickings. Has anybody been arrested dumpster diving? I don't know. I know they can arrest you, I don't think it's
depends on your state laws.
Yeah, your city laws too. Because in most places in California, federally it's okay, but in the cities you're not allowed to. In some of them, like mine, but. Debbie was saying you should be nervous during the night, maybe first thing in the morning. Yeah, definitely first thing in the morning as well. You can do that too.
Okay, and on to the, I already brought up the phone about with her reclaiming and rescuing, because you can use the phone when you're at somewhere, research what you're looking at. So if you don't want to bring it, take it, just leave it behind. There are all different types of phones that you can use. Sean used his note the other week to show us how to do research on the phone through eBay. I have I can't remember now, but I got it from Boost Mobile. It's a paid monthly of $50. So people that think that you have to have this big expensive $200, $400 bill to do research and use for reselling, no, you don't. As long as you're able to pay your bill each month and you get enough data and gigabytes, you should be fine for what you will need.
Mine's only 110 a month.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If some people like their whole family has phones, they might have to pay $400 or something like that.
Yeah. No, I didn't have to pay for mine, luckily. Yeah. Mike, Let's Go Picking says, better check before you start, just saying about it being illegal or whatever. You might find nice bracelets, aka handcuffs. Angie, let's go pee, really? Sorry.
Okay, well, Squirrel Guy, aka Daniel, wants to know, anybody ever get in trouble with the store security? I haven't done dumpster diving, so
I got ran off a couple times. I just look at him and I go, oh, it's illegal. Can't do this, huh? He's like, nope. I'm like, okay. You're not even looking for boxes? He's like, nope. Okay. See ya.
And of course, to do research, you need at least a phone with internet capabilities or a computer. You can use the library computers or everything else, but you at least need to get some sort of internet connection to do this research. And also for research, you can use books. I know a lot of people say, well, I want to sell books to make money. But if you want to get into a certain niche, you can use books to research what you're looking into for jewelry, for pottery, for antiques, anything. There are a lot of books out there that you can use to read. You don't have to keep buying picker books for guides. There are other good books out there that you don't may not even know that are available until you spot one. I have a book here somewhere. Where it's too far up to reach. But it's about dolls, and I'm not even into dolls. I just picked it up because I knew eventually what if I found one that was interesting and I wanted to research it. And if my computer's not up and running at the time, I can use the book to figure out what's going on. And again, you're going to need a scale. Most have heard that. I have an Accutech that's up to 86 maximum pounds. So you don't need a big thing to scale.
Say what you really wanted to say. Come on.
Well, I don't think you need to have a big scale or whatever to do all this weighing, and you saw how like that was for me to pick up. Yet that can hold on to 86 pounds. So everybody wants to know. I only paid under $20 for that on eBay. What do you use for a scale, Sean?
This one. I need to get a digital one. This one's, a better one, but I use this guy here. It's up to 75 pounds. But it's well used, thankfully. That's a good sign. Yeah. Bill Stoner's in the house. What's up, man? Welcome.
Any questions in the...
Joseph Harris says there's an excellent reference guide for Native American jewelry. Can't remember the name, though. They were mentioning that employees steal that way by throwing the trash away, and then they come back later and they grab the stuff out of the dumpster. Verizon has a special now, 2 phones plus 8 gigs for $100 a month, which is pretty good. Yep, using the excuse looking for boxes and then move on is a good idea. Definitely. Most of them are just going to say, oh, you got to leave. They're not going to, even the cops are going to be like, whatever, no big deal. But unless you get mouthy with them, I bet that's the only time they'll put the handcuffs on you. True. Shantina says Google has an amazing amount of information. Yeah, definitely a lot of information there too.
Yeah, that's
and you can also do a image search by uploading a photo and then being able to search similar pictures. It has never ever 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 worked for me, but other people swear by it, so I don't know.
If you have any
questions, 123, what's up, man? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say if they have any questions to ask about who I may have something on my list that they might want to ask about. So
cool. Yep. Nothing yet.
And I said use your friends earlier on trying to research on to get things. Use them also or online experts for research if they're willing to help you. And you may have to pay. Someone may say, "Well, I want to get paid for my hour or my time," which isn't unheard of. You go to look what happens on the shows, not like Pawn Stars and stuff like that. I'm sure they get paid. The people that come in get paid something for coming in, not just from the show, but if they were doing it before the show, they had to get paid for their time. So they're leaving their job to go do the research, help somebody else out. So don't be afraid to put a little money into doing some research if you need to. Okay, Dell, I'm not on you yet. That was my computer, just for everybody that wanted to know. The new one I got.
Shantino is saying, asking, what would you be charged with if you were caught dumpster diving? Would it just be simple trespassing and probably fined, or one or the other, maybe something like that?
Nope, don't be afraid to use our YouTube videos as well to learn some stuff. That's why we're doing some of these shows and have our own little videos. I haven't been putting out videos. I've been doing just the show, but I will be trying to put out more videos in the future for myself. So, but there are a lot of people out there like Sean, like Pinching Pesos, like Chad. Who else can you think of, Sean?
Lots of people. Just about anybody. I mean, there's a lot. There's so many people out there with good stuff. I mean, Alabama Picker, Dusty, is coming out with some good stuff. Angie Martin has some really good stuff. Mr. Sadie 123 has a few out there. Let's Go Picking has a couple for a long time ago. I don't know if he still has any out there. I haven't seen any, but I don't know. Oh, well, of course, Texas Auction Picker. He has some good ones out there. Has some good information. Has some good stuff that he finds. Wow, I'm like totally blank.
Stoner has a couple too.
Yeah, some out there. There's CSA Pickers. She has some good stuff. She also does couponing and things like that.
And she calls it canning.
Yeah, canning. Cesar Gomez has a few. That's Caesar's Palace. Justin Starcher has some good ones. He hasn't done any for a while, but he has some good ones. Catherine Shelton has some amazing ones out there. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there.
Any of these people that we're mentioning, watch a couple of their videos, see if you like what they're doing, and try to learn from them.
Well, Resell Rookie. He is now Southern Picking, I think. He's also, if you do a search for Resell Rookie, I think he'll still come up because the name's still in his title. He has some really good ones, some motivational stuff and things like that too. So. Scavenger Life, that's one too, definitely.
Okay, Andy has a good question.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to know, does anyone source with friends, and how do you handle that situation? I want to source with friends, but nobody around me yet has come to me and said they want to get with me. What I've heard others do, and I'm sorry if you watched the meet and greet, Chad and Dusty got together and they paid each other whatever and found things that the other would want, or avoided something else. That's another way you can do it. If I was to go with Sean, I'd ask him, okay, what are you looking for? And he can always ask me, and if we're in a different part of a tag sale or in the store, we can always go and pick that up and say, are you interested in this? And then trade. So it depends on how much of a friendship you really have and how much trust you have in that person to be out there for you. Right?
Yep, definitely. Totally, I don't believe I missed it. Terminal 99. Yeah, definitely a must watch.
Redneck Picker, when they were doing it, had a lot of good ones too.
Yeah, Let's Go Picking doesn't. He took all his videos down and stuff, but what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I tried to go out a couple times with friends. Yeah, this one guy, he's like, oh, I want to do business too. Yeah, no, that didn't work out. lazy. But I I wouldn't mind going picking with people. I have gone with Retro Aficionado a couple times. I was supposed to go with oh my word, Trader Grim. He's in the next county over for me. I was supposed to go yesterday with him, but I had to switch it to the 28th. But yeah, so I've gone with other pickers like that. That was fun. But
And Andy, your question is not a problem. That's what we want you to ask questions that have to do with all different things of tools. Because, like I said, your friend is a tool to help you either better yourself with finding stuff or with knowledge. So don't be afraid to ask that question. And Lisa, I live in southern part of Colorado.
let's see, the new name or the new name of the picker resale rookie is now Southern Picking, I believe. But like I say, he still has his name attached to his title of his channel, so you'll still be able to find it. Yeah, and even as long as you're subscribed to him, it'll come up as his new name later. So,
you know, I know he still has the resale rookie name on Facebook. So
yeah, your friend is a tool. Yeah, my friend is a tool, man.
I knew that was going to come up when I said it enough times. And in regards to actual the resale part, I don't have experience in using this, but for the FBA people, thermal printers are supposedly the best printers to use. I use a Kodak. I used to have a Canon. I have so many different printers. It's strange. Hard to keep track of what's running right now. You use a thermal printer, Sean, for FBA?
Nope, I use my inkjet. I use the inkjet. I just put a piece of tape over it for now. Really shouldn't do it that way. That's not the best way to do it. Definitely should get a thermal printer though. I mean, just the ink savings alone would be great.
And we do happen to know what.
Woohoo! Caesar's in the house. Sorry, got excited.
Well, like I said, you know what type of thermal printer would be the best ones, or have besides GeoDaddy, being able to watch their videos to find out?
I hear Dymo and Zebra a lot, but I'm not sure which ones are the best. Bill Stoner might know. But yeah, I hear a lot of Dymo mostly, but yeah. Yeah, laser printers are better than the inkjets, mainly because they don't want the ink to rub off if it's rubbing against anything. So, which it will do. Doesn't take much really. So, I think the laser printers are okay too.
Okay, well, and of course you need your printing ink if you don't use a thermal printer.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know you need tape and boxes and everything else to ship. Yeah, that's where part of where the dumpster diving would come in if you're not breaking the laws in your area. Look for those for the boxes that you all have already stated. I know I'm basically repeating what a lot of us know, but with all the new people that have joining all the groups, I wanted to put something out there for the new people to learn from. So I hope you experienced sellers, don't mind me, I don't want to say dumbing down, but putting this out there for them.
Yep. I went twice with Retro Aficionado. It was cool. So I'm answering Angie's question.
Yeah, actually, Retro has a video of you when he surprises you with the camera. He's like, says hi, and you're like, I did. Oh,
yeah, I didn't think he was going to record right away. He's all, how's it going? I'm like, I'm effing tired. He's like, points to his glasses. I'm like, oh. Bill Stoner uses GX 420T, and he has 2 for sale on eBay right now. And if you look in the chat, you can see the eBay. The heck is that thing called? Item number. So you go and buy them. There you go. $50 discount while this show is live.
Well,
Awesome.
hey,
Thanks,
Sean,
Bill.
we had to stay on for a couple of hours. Maybe help Bill out.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
A black light too. Let's go picking was talking about. That would be a good thing.
But a whole list of things I already.
Yeah, the other ones we went over. Yeah.
And of course, if you're watching this for the first time, this may sound strange to everybody that's already watching, but you need an eBay, Amazon, or Bonanza. You need an account for those places to sell. You also need a PayPal account or some sort of payment processing account with another company. So if you already have one, use it. And if you know how to get a merchant account with a credit card company, try doing that as well. Let's see. You need a photo studio too if you're going to take pictures. Once you're doing FBA, all you need to do is just scan. You need a scanner for that. All different types of scanners. I'm not experienced in what type of scanners to use, so Sean, maybe you can.
Well, you can start with apps on your phone. Profit Bandit is what I use. There's also Scanner or Scan Power, Scanner Monkey. There's the free Amazon app, which sucks. I don't like it. And probably other ones out there, I'm sure. And then they have the little fobs and stuff that you can use too.
And of course, with the reselling part, you need to your packing supplies of well, I wouldn't say no peanuts, but you can use your bubble wrap, airboat pillows, tape guns. What? You're something in the comments there?
Yeah, let's go picking this Amazon seller app for the win. Profit Bandit Pones, buddy. That's what you get for being Horde.
Mike, let's go picking. Yeah, I do have stuff on Bonanza, but I'm not thinking of getting rid of it. I've only made like 5 or 6 sales since I've started it almost 4 years ago. The only reason I haven't is because I like the fact that it's free to list. If I wanted to list there instead of on eBay, you don't have to worry about fees until at least over $3. So there's times I went almost a year and a half without paying them anything that was still sitting at less than $3 in fees. So, kind of how I want to sit and not pay them. They're not chasing you down for every penny like eBay does.
You can want one of these too. You can use these. These are cool. Got one. I got this one from CSA Pickers. She actually found like 5 or 6 of those in the dumpster, along with a lot of other good stuff.
So if there are any questions out there, please ask. I basically did my usual blow through my list. And I know it's kind of a little tired tonight, so.
Used to watch Bonanza as a kid. Heck yeah, I loved Bonanza. I watched Bonanza even after I was a kid. Still kind of a kid. Angie Martin, love me some Little Joe. Yeah, we're getting off. I don't see any. They're talking
I haven't
about
seen any questions either. And
FW for the
they're talking
win,
about,
FTW.
so what are some other tools that you might use that someone else might not know about, Sean?
Um, those little, I don't use it, but those little, no, never mind. Not that.
Well, actually, I got something here. Another thing that
Hmm.
people could use. I got this
What's
in
that?
the warning plastic bags type of thing.
Oh, the suffocation warning.
Yeah, except it's an awfully big bag with it. But I don't remember what came with this one. But this one showed all different countries'
Yeah,
warnings too.
you'll need suffocation warnings on Amazon for FBA if it's over 5 inches, or if the bag's over 5 inches. The opening, if the opening is over 5 inches, I'm sure I'll be corrected.
Well, I want to thank all 33 of you for being here. If, like I said, any questions, please ask. We'll do our best to answer.
Mr. Sadie, ring sizer, magnifying glass, loop, and a very understanding wife. Smart receipts. Dude, we should get Mike on and he can go through all the apps and stuff.
If he's willing to come on, you can send him the link on Facebook.
I don't know if he wants tonight, but
Well, I figure he's already in the chat. It's up to him.
anyone slip cash to Goodwill managers to get first dibs? I have not, but that was told by happening by a gold scrapper.
I
Use a
would.
triplet. Storage shelves, totes, and inventory sheets. Sorry, man.
Like I said, I never heard of them anybody doing that, and I wouldn't want to risk doing that because the wrong person finds out, especially the way the world's going nowadays. Also,
Well, what's going to happen?
well, no, say how many times they say they should have first come first serve type of problem. If a manager all of a sudden setting things aside because somebody's paying them off. That'd be like me and you being in line, and all of a sudden the manager coming up to me saying, "Hey, Chris, here's something I put aside for you," and you or behind me, you resell the same thing, and I'm getting it for a certain price. You're going to be a little miffed that you didn't even get a chance at it.
True.
And like I said, if the wrong person is in this business, and they look how many times there's been fights we hear about all the fights at Goodwill Outlet just over the bins.
That's funny. Yeah. People are crazy. I don't think that would work around here. What? Oh. Yeah, I know. Walking Dead is new tonight. Wonder how Caesar's getting it 3 hours ahead of time.
You probably paid for one of those freebie, or probably one of those freebie sites that lets things out before they're supposed to be out. How many times do you hear about all them?
On the East Coast too, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew tonight was Walking Dead night, but
Oh,
we used to compete with them before the end of the year, and we were averaging 50. So I'd like to get back up to our 50 viewers, but I'm happy with what we have.
Larry's treasures. I slipped a one spot to the Goodwill manager. You told me to get out. Maybe you should have slipped him too. Larry should come on the show, or a show. He'd be awesome, or have his own show. No, you got enough shows. Don't have your own show.
Yeah, kind of hard to have.
Here you go.
At this time of night, it'd be kind of hard to have another show at that.
Yeah.
Everybody want to jump to.
These things. Oops. These things here, the cartridges for I should think before I try to speak. Cartridges for Polaroid cameras, because that's where the batteries are, so you can test your Polaroids that way. Some people would rather have them in there when they buy them, but not all. That would be a good plus. tape measure or something to measure with. Clothes, I heard is better to have the cloth measuring tapes or whatever. I use this thing a lot for my boxes and stuff. I have a hobby knife tool set that I got for Christmas actually, that I use for making Franken boxes. Yeah, somebody's gonna get a Franken box for me in a couple days, and that thing is well taped. Like it looks like it came from China. Yeah. Trying to think what else. Extra
Well,
chargers for your phones.
yeah, you need those, especially if you're driving.
Oh look,
Kind of hard to charge when you're walking.
I have another one of those. Wow. Didn't know I had two Polaroid things.
Well, yeah, I put you to work on the show and you're figuring things out.
Huh. Here's my boot knife. Pretty cool. What the heck? Why is it all teamed up? That's what I get for buying something from Pakistan. Stuff to clean with, of course. Goo Gotten, Goof Off, all that kind of stuff.
Mardic a wave racer.
Link. Good.
I'm not seeing any more questions.
Tinker's Row Relic is coming in.
Okay, cool. And guess who just showed up? The other
Jeff
frog.
Davidson.
The other frog in the family.
Jeff.
Yep. Hence the other frog. Since you're the toad.
I gotta find a toad picture, but man, then I'd have to go change everything. Yeah. Melissa S., welcome.
Yep,
I didn't see you earlier, so I'd say welcome now. And she also said magic erasers.
Sorry, Jeff, if you're just getting here, I basically did my usual fly through my comments. That's part of why I like having a guest. Slowed me down. Hey there, Eric. Nice to see you.
Hey,
What's
Chris, how you going? Can you all hear me all right?
Yep. Maybe
All right,
you can
cool.
give the viewers some ideas of tools that you use that we haven't already covered yet.
Well, I missed the
Basically, we
last
covered all
little bit
the-
because I had to shut YouTube down so that way I didn't have any streaming problems, you know. But I mean, as far as FBA goes, I think my most important tool is probably Profit Bandit.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And then right behind that is going to be Camel.
Oh, yes. Can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, that's the next most important because just because Profit Bandit says it's profitable doesn't mean that it is, you know. You got to kind of look at that history. So as far as FBA goes, that's about it. As far as eBay goes, it's researching and trying to gain knowledge. You know, I do a lot of antiques, militaria, stuff like that on eBay, so it's all about having the knowledge to know what I'm looking at without having to stand there for 2 hours looking at an item up at a yard sale kind of thing, you know.
Mm.
So, but what else have we talked about? I mean, what are we looking for here?
Pretty much all the basics. Just everything, you know, like literally
Oops.
phones and printers and
That
that's
is
what I was going to say too. The FBA
Well, I mean,
toolkit
we're
is.
talking about tools. Well, what about employees?
There you go.
That's an important aspect of my business. Though I probably would call him a tool to his face. He's got a good sense of humor.
well,
But you know, I mean, it's an expensive tool, but he pays for itself. You know.
Last like I said earlier, and a couple people made a laugh about it. I said, friends can be considered tools too. It's not the way you're thinking.
Right.
Yeah, I have a friend that's a tool.
Yeah, I can't count how many messages that I've gotten since I joined the Reseller Society. Which I think was like back in August, talking about asking about military. It's definitely on a weekly basis, and it doesn't bother me. I have a passion for it, so I enjoy talking about it. You know, but it's a pretty regular occurrence now. So.
And just so everybody knows, Eric will be an official guest on the first of the month of March to talk about military. So,
Yeah, we can talk about just about anything, Chris. Whatever you want to talk about that day. It doesn't have to just be military. So.
I know, but I'm trying to give different perspectives on different things. I mean, you're doing a catacomb where everybody collects different things. I didn't really want to get into that type of thing, but unlike your show, we can talk about what military stuff sells well instead of just for collecting purposes.
Right. Yeah, that's fine with me. So either way, it works for me. So I'm trying to think of some other tools that are come in handy. I mean, I don't personally use them, but did we mention carton resizers?
No, we did not.
No, we didn't. Nice, yeah.
And we got a joke in the comments already about your mustache. Lisa Tripp is asking if your mustache is a tool.
Oh yeah. This is what brings all the ladies around.
I was gonna say you can go all kind of places with that.
It's already worked tonight. It's got Lisa going, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this has been work in progress. You'll have to you go back and look at my my early videos, even though I haven't really done much. I have a bunch of videos that I keep failing to get edited and posted, but you can see the little baby stash in the early videos.
The baby stash.
Well, I see Jeff Davidson's doing showing a lot of different things. He uses scrubbing bubbles, heavy duty cleaner, nail polish removers, alcohol, hydrogen.
Yeah, cleaning products. That's a good one. I know. My employee, I buy him all kinds of different brushes and scrub pads and stuff to clean things up. A little trick that I learned from working with my vending machines is I use lemon scented pledge on plastics for pictures and stuff. It cleans up all the fine scratches. It's I learned that from I use it on my vending machines for the plexiglass fronts that always get that hazing on them.
Yeah.
It takes the hazing out. So it's not a permanent fix, but it definitely makes things look a lot better for a while.
Yeah.
I saw a question. I know you're not going to be able to answer this, and I know I can't. But why did they come up and name it Camel, Camel, Camel?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That is a strange name for a website.
Yeah, but it works.
California Pickers says money is a pretty good tool.
Yeah, that's another thing that was on my list. That have a small change for when you're at a yard sale. You don't always have to pay for bills.
No, I'm more of a fan of a big wad of cash at yard sales.
Well, I mean, say you find something you only find one thing that's 50 cents. You're not going to want to go break in a $5 bill for it.
Yeah, that's true. Having change, I found having change at the flea market usually works out a lot better. For some reason, a lot of dealers at the flea market show up broke and they can never break a bill. So it's always good to, well, there we go. There's a good tip. If you do a lot of flea market buying, like usually when I go to the flea market, I carry a couple $100s in singles as well as larger bills, because if you get there super early, like you should be, there's a lot of dealers that literally they show up broke. They don't bring a dollar with them. So just makes life easier.
Another tool I just thought of is the pens that you can mark on to make sure your bills are getting actual real money. Because
Yes, if
you're
you're
passing $20 fake money out, especially around here. There was when I was in the flea market, they passed out a paper saying, "Watch out for a group of people passing 20s and 50s, asking to break it, and it's fake money."
right. Well, and even when I run estate sales, I have a black light bill checker that I use, and it shows where certain lines in the bills are supposed to line up, and it also blacklights them for the ones that are they have basically invisible ink in them. So,
Okay.
but as far as sourcing, well, you already touched on smartphones, right?
Yep. Bill saying Zout is great for cleaning clothes. Scrub brushes. They're all covering it for me. So too bad these comments will not stay for when someone else watches.
I know I have a bunch of Tide pens that get used on little stuff. Get little stains out and stuff in case I miss it when I pick it up.
Let's see what.
Angie Martin says, I bet you'd look about 29 without that stash, Eric.
I'm pretty sure that I look pretty close to 29. Actually, a couple months. I'd look 29 in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, it's really not the stash. I look old no matter what. It's just the way it is.
You carry yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I bought beer and cigarettes when I was 16 without a problem, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
Okay, Debbie Beshin said on another show someone said money in different pockets. Haggling, I have 3, would you take that?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I've done that a lot with when I used to do Craigslist deals a lot. And they'd have a number that they wanted, and I'd have a number that I wanted to pay them in my head, and I'd put my extra money in the other pocket, and that way I could take out, $140 in 20s out of one pocket and say, hey, this is what I've got.
Yeah.
And it just looks smoother,
Yeah.
So it's not that you're not trying to really lie or be dishonest. You're just haggling. That's just kind of part of haggling. Don't tell them you got a sick mother at home if you don't.
Yeah.
But dividing up your money.
Lie.
Yeah, dividing up your money and fainting that you're kind of broke is, that's just part of the game because, as a seller, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. But, some sellers, it works and others it doesn't. So
if they say no, and then they just say, and you just turn around and walk away, that's the most you're going to pay. Just walk away.
Yeah, I mean, I've also heard of people sticking a 50 under their sole in their shoe and stuff in case they get, mugged or whatever. People that live in the city that have that kind of problem. I mean, I've heard of it happening, people running into trouble like that, but always keep that emergency money with you.
Well, not any of the seats I've lived in have I heard of that, but then again, I don't go into all the bad parts.
Right. Well, depending on what state you live in, you just carry a gun. It makes it a lot easier.
Yep. Yeah. Obviously, I don't do that. I live in California, but.
Yeah, I don't even think you guys are allowed to register rubber band guns there, are you?
No, I don't think so. Can't even register our fingers in the shape of a gun. You talk about.
Right. Well, the California school district banned the state of Idaho, right?
Oh, really?
If you turn it sideways, it's the shape of a gun.
I believe it. Unfortunately, that's pretty sad.
John Bradley says, don't forget watchcount.com. Enter an eBay ID in keywords box and get history of completed eBay items. If something sold as best offer, watch count gives you the price of the best offer.
Yeah, there's a ton of online tools. I guess I probably underutilize a lot of them, but I really haven't added much to what I sell other than I got into the breaking down appliances and stuff like that. But I don't think that kind of sale history is as important as when you're dealing with antiques and collectibles and stuff. But yeah, I know there's definitely a lot of online tools out there. Also, WorthPoint, which is a subscription service, They have the history of sales for a lot of items on eBay.
Yeah, I've
If you
heard
get
different sides of.
into
Like I said, I've heard different positives and negatives about WorthPoint though. So it's basically
yeah,
an individual choice of what you want to pay for it or not.
right. Well, and that's just it. And there's what's that other one that's real popular that's out
Terapeak.
there? What is it?
Terapeak.
Terapeak. That's another one that's real popular. And see, I've never used Terapeak, but I hear people that swear by it, and I hear people that swear by WorthPoint. So, and I mean, Ancestry. If you get into doing anything with named items like militaria or photos or paper, or famous people, stuff like that, Ancestry.com can provide you a lot of history on an individual. It's real important in the militaria collecting to find out who they were and where they're from and stuff like that. And you can get a lot of history that way. So
That might be
Ancestry is another good tool if that's the type of stuff you're buying and selling.
that might be good for somebody that finds art, a lot of art too.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work for art,
Well,
because like for example, with military, if you get a uniform that's got a name attached to it, you could get into Ancestry and you can find out, where they were born, where they were living if they've got census data. You can find out when they enlisted in the service. Sometimes you can get some service information, like New York State has a lot of their state records uploaded. So if they were issued, conspicuous service crosses or different awards and stuff from New York State for their service during the wars, those numbers and records are available. Then you can get into the VA records of when they were buried, if they applied for a headstone. If they applied for a headstone, you can get things like their awards, where they deployed to, just all kinds of different information that can grow on just from having a name. And then with that information, you can also submit to the National Archives to see if their records survived the big fire in the 70s, and if it did, you can get a copy of their records, which will go into even more detail behind them. And those details is what produces value sometimes, because you can have one uniform to, I mean, just a regular old support guy, and you can have another uniform to somebody who received the Silver Star in the Battle of the Bulge. And the price differences are going to be hundreds of dollars. So sometimes having that history behind a name, because if you just have two plain uniforms with two names, the only thing that's going to add value is that history.
Okay. Hey Sean, can you do some more shout outs or comments? I gotta take care of something, so I'm gonna shut my microphone off.
Okay. Sorry, hold on. All right. I was doing something else. Let's see who else is in here. Alberto, what's up? Alberto's in here. I saw somebody else. So John Bradley, what's up? Going on with what John Bradley was saying about the you can see the best offer. You can also go when you're on there, when you click the item or whatever, and down at the bottom on the right hand side it'll say print. Click print and it'll tell you the number too. It'll tell you the amount also. Let's see. Kathleen Brown, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. Anybody else got anything? Let's see. To cut down on return abuse, event wristbands on clothes, shoes stating band must be attached and unbroken to return. This can be purchased blank and you can write on them and purchase preprint. It's kind of a cool idea.
Sorry about that. I had to
That's
take
all
care
right.
of something. Let's see. Adela says holographic tamper evidence stickers also are helpful in that way.
Yeah.
Any more questions? I should have said this at the beginning. We're not gonna stay for the whole 2 hours if we're start not necessarily losing you, but losing things to talk about. I realized that before the new year I was in more of a pattern. I was working my way back into it. So I want to appreciate everybody that's been sitting here and coming back as a regular watcher. I know we're at 33 watchers today, so we're averaging about 30 for the whole night so far.
Yeah, it definitely takes a little bit to get back into it, doesn't it?
Yeah, 'cause I know I'm also battling with Walking Dead tonight, so.
Walking Picker, Walking Dead. I mean, that's pretty close.
Well, I know near the end of the year we had people that were actually DVRing the Walking Dead so they can watch me. So I must have been doing something right then.
Right?
I get back into that routine. And like I said, next week we will have Wesley Williams on. For the people that don't know who she is, she guest on Sean's podcast last Friday on what was the title, Sean? I can't even remember right now.
Wow, what was the title? Anyways, basically, like problems that resellers face, like on a personal level. I mean, everybody has their down days and stuff, but it was a little more in depth on what some sellers go through every day, and was hoping that somewhere in there would be something that I don't want to say a magic bullet or a switch or anything, but that's kind of the direction I was going. Something that would help somebody, be able to overcome and show that there's other people out there that, I mean, there's other people out there having troubles, but, to physically see and hear somebody, having the issues and overcoming and doing well.
That's it. Yeah, Mr. CD123 said storage space shelving helps too. Yeah, I would definitely say that.
Hey, I definitely like Jeff's idea. Just use a Sharpie and write on everything.
There you go.
That way you know when it's returned. I actually, I had seen a guy at a flea market in El Paso use nail polish on his Nintendos. He put a dot of nail polish on the seam where you'd have to break it to open it up. And that's because he gave like a 30-day warranty or something like that. I mean, on a used Nintendo at that time, it wasn't, the collecting. It was kids buying them to use them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it worked for him. It prevented people from cracking them open and screwing with them or taking parts and stuff.
My mom did that when I was little with my Hot Wheels. She put an S on the bottom in nail polish. That way I wouldn't get them mixed up with my friend's Hot Wheels.
Right. And the S was for special, right?
Yes, very special. That meant I didn't have to wear my helmet because I had the S on the bottom of the. Yeah.
Well, I see a couple comments, John, that people considered last week's Toadcast your best one so far. So.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go that direction still again. Yeah.
No. We gotta get away from some of that serious crap, Sean.
No.
Well, you can always do 2 weeks fun, 2 weeks serious too.
Hey, I'm all for interjecting some content in there, but I mean, where else are all us YouTubers going to go blow off steam? I mean,
that's true too.
You're going to kick us out, Sean? I mean, come on now.
That's true.
Andy's thanking us all for doing this.
Yep, very welcome.
And Eric, I want to thank you for stepping in. I know like I said, I blew through my list within the first half hour. So
No problem, Chris. I got no problem coming on and doing what I can. I mean, I'm just trying to think of some tools. I mean, there's just so much of it out there. You just gotta kind of find your own setup, you know.
Mm.
I mean, I don't think there's any one tool that's going to work for everybody.
look, I got right behind me. I found that's my photo area. We got boxes that like we went through. Like I said, the dumpster diving slash. Even though it wasn't in the dumpster, right next to the dumpster that we are using now to put the white boards up for our pictures. So it's not like I need all this extra money to get stuff. You can find things as tools all different places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of what else. I was going to say something and now I forgot. Oh, that's the story of my life.
Well, Jeff Davidson says he likes those shows over the constant BS show. So, not that we're trying to bash or anything on the Toadcast. We all have to have our.
Yeah, Jeff's just a party pooper.
No, there's times Johnny even sees me when I say, okay, it's too much for me, I'm leaving. At least I tell him
Right.
you gotta have your own
Well,
limit for how much you want to
Jeff
take.
says everybody needs a cat, and I've got 2 dogs and 2 cats, and they don't do shit but take up space and cost me money. They are fun, but as far as helping, they don't do anything. Oh, yeah, I got something funny for you. I have a cat door in my garage door that I put in so the cats can come in and out when it's kind of cold and stuff if they're not in the house. And I had some FBA stuff packed up and a nice brand new sealed game I picked up from the Weigh and Pay. It was great.
No.
Right until I came out to the garage and a possum decided that he needed to see what was in the box.
Oh, man.
And he ripped open, I'm trying to think of what it was. I can't remember the name of the game. Taboo. It was a taboo game. And a possum ripped open the side of the box. For what reason, I have no idea. It's the only thing he chewed on. So he came in, ripped it open, and left.
Maybe there's some kid touched it or something with food on their hand.
I have no idea, but I'd like to kick that bastard if I could. I mean, it is what it is. And then I don't remember who mentioned it, but somebody told me I had to put it on as a PETA-friendly taboo game on eBay because I didn't go hunt the possum down. So I gave it to my my employee, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to put it on with some sort of slanted listing on eBay and donate like 20% of it to PETA or something.
That's great.
So, I mean, what else do you do with it? You know?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you already ripped the damn thing open. I can't send it into FBA. So, there's an interesting story for the night.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Well, another tool, if you don't necessarily have to have it, because a lot of people use their phones, got a desktop computer. You don't always have to. Don't need your laptop all the time or a phone. You can use your desktops too.
Yeah, my setup, you know, for listing and all that's a desktop computer. Actually, large monitor, keyboard. It makes it a lot easier to blow through listings than trying to do it on a computer. So.
Yeah, I know. I know. Like using. Oh, go ahead. I keep interrupting you.
That's all right, Chris. I was going to say batteries and testing stuff. You know, I've got a little bin of power supplies. I keep every battery, you know, all the common batteries. I don't know. I mean, all kinds of just different stuff to test things out. I know some people that are into games, they keep extra systems and stuff like that around to test things. I've got a TV for plugging VCRs and DVD players in and stuff like that. So that's some good tools, is having, not always selling every little bit of everything that you get, but maybe keeping some stuff around for testing. I was talking with somebody yesterday, I believe, about movies, and the fact that I have a 16 millimeter and an 8 millimeter projector and stuff for running old movies on to see what's on them. And that was the problem she was having, is she had a lot of old movies, but she had no way to test them. She didn't have a projector to put them on. So sometimes keeping those tools around can help you earn some money by knowing what's on it and knowing for sure something works.
Yeah, definitely, especially if somebody gets into VHSs, you're going to want to test what movies are, unless they're sealed. Because you never know, somebody might put a movie in a case, and then you go to open the case, and it might be, hate to say it, porno. You don't want to try selling it. See anything in the comments, Sean?
No. Oh yeah, kinda. Jeff Davids was saying about it. You need a cassette tape, VHS to test players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Sadie 123 is saying bought 1949 Army footlocker with tray for $20. Original paint, name, address, etc. What's it worth?
Probably more than $20. No, I really don't know. If you want, you can post it over on the Collector's Catacomb, or you can send it to me in a message. Either way, I'm going to have to see pictures of it. There's so many factors, like when I was getting into the history of it. I mean, was it just some Joe Schmo, or, did it belong to General Eisenhower? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can go into that when you're talking about military with a name on it. So, yeah, just post it on the Collector's Catacomb, and I could take it from there. I don't mind helping you out with that, though. And then we'll just discuss price privately. We just won't discuss it on the page.
Uh,
So then, Davidson uses 3 monitors to list at once, and he poops a lot, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, I just have an employee in one monitor, but if I whip him hard enough, he can do like 5 at once. We just split the screen. We just split the screen up. I don't want to spend money on extra monitors. I'd rather just whip him more. Sorry, there's a little humor. I gotta interject a little smart-ass humor into your show, Chris.
I expected it. That's why I'm not saying.
It's good to hear that. It's good to hear that you expected it. I try to behave, but for anybody that doesn't know me, they all probably think I'm a raging jerk, I guess would be a nice way to put it. But I really just like to goof around a lot.
Well, if there are no any other last minute questions or anything that we can go through,
Jeff said he needs a vacuum for removing all the hair from a used Flowbee. I forget he just let the cats lick it out. I mean, isn't that what the cats are for?
That's wrong.
Hey, I mean, you might as well put them to work.
Mango does a really good job at holding the games down. That's his cat. That's Jeff's cat, by the way.
As I can say, if there's not any more last minute questions, I'm about to get ready to shut this down because I feel like we're just running out of steam of things to say, and I don't want to keep people here more than they have to be. I'd rather have you be out there making the money instead of wasting it watching me.
Oh, looks like Alberto's here. I don't think we announced him earlier, did we?
Yeah, I think I said
hi. I mean, he's not really announceable, but.
And John, I don't know if you saw this earlier. Somebody asked you if maybe you could do one BS show and have the other of the month be serious, but.
Oh yeah.
Well, kind of like I said, do half and half.
Yeah.
But It's all up to you.
See, I think, Sean, if you want to make the Toadcast more serious, I think you should launch another show and just do it like once a month or something, but come up with some kind of spoof name where that way nobody can take it seriously and get offended by it. Because, it is tough trying to take everything serious all the time.
Yeah.
And,
I agree. Yeah.
And with me, I mean, well, you see me on the first show of the year, and it was just fun. I wasn't trying to poke fun at nobody.
Yeah,
It
was.
But
yeah.
I mean, hell, people can poke fun at my mustache and everything else. I could care less. You just gotta have a little bit of thick skin. And it's just fun to blow steam off. So I mean, I'm all for having more serious shows around, but I really enjoyed the cutting up and the joking and I don't even think anybody got real dirty or mean. It was just funny,
Yeah, no, that was one thing. It was all pretty respectful and pretty.
But
yeah.
Yeah, you could just do like the scary movie of reseller shows.
There you go.
I think it'd be fun to do it like once a month where everybody could come on and blow steam off and spoof some of the other shows and just joke around. Kind of like Saturday Night Live when they get like somebody famous on there to make fun of themselves.
There you go. That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea.
So I don't know. I just think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Jeff Davidson's got a good suggestion. Canned air. That's another
Mr.
good one.
He said lint roller.
Lint roller. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying
to. Here's a tool. I don't know why I didn't think about it. Painter's tape. Blue painter's tape. When I get items in, I have an employee that does my eBay stuff. So when I go out sourcing, I usually will research and price the items that I know he does not know prices for. He's pretty good about ties and a lot of the other stuff that he's repetitively done, and he can look up prices on his own, but there's a lot of stuff he doesn't. So I actually use Blue's painter's tape, which is a trick I learned from doing estate sales, to put on there to write my price on there of what he needs to list it at. And if there's any keyword details, I just put a little bit larger piece and write it on there so it's with the item. And Blue painter's tape doesn't leave any residue, and it won't stick to things permanently like some of the other tapes do.
Cool.
So there's a tip for you. Blue painter's tape. Yeah, I mean, even if you just need to leave notes on an item, maybe you need to come back to it later. You don't want to lose the note card. Get some blue painter's tape, a fine point Sharpie, and I mean, you can leave all kinds of things on an item, and that tape. I'm telling you, I got items that have had it on there for 6 months or more, and it peels right off. Doesn't leave anything behind.
Awesome. Yeah.
So. Caesar's always starting on you.
What's Caesar saying? I saw Jeff called him a tool, which I thought was appropriate.
He said, anyone order a mall cop male dancer?
Yeah, Alberto's in the house.
Well, as I said, I was trying to read off some of these other tools that everybody was suggesting because in the future nobody's gonna see the comments that we're reading off. So since we missed some of these tools, it helps new watchers after the fact hear what's been said by other YouTubers and viewers. So.
Well, it's been a good show. I mean, it's definitely good to get some of this stuff out there, Chris.
Well, thanks again. Everybody, I'm going to... let's see. We'll go another 6 minutes to see if we can get any more good questions out or remember any more tools.
All right, come on, Caesar. Spit some stuff out there, man. You always got something to say. I don't know whether it's lighting or, I mean, come on. Hey, did we talk about Octiva?
No, we didn't talk about any of the...
We didn't talk about a listing tool? Or, I know for FBA, the Gilmans use Listee. I've heard Scan Power has a listing tool. I'm not sure what else. I actually don't use a listing tool for Amazon, which I probably should start, but I don't. But I do use Octiva for eBay. And I will be using Octiva for 11 Main as I get that going. I opened a store with 11 Main. that provides a lot of good stuff. You can save your listings a lot easier. You can schedule them. You don't have to pay to schedule them like you do if you go through eBay. You can save your photos. You can add more photos to your listing than what eBay allows. A lot easier to save templates, create new templates. It sends out emails for me when somebody pays, when something ships, reminds them to leave feedback. I even have Octiva set up so it automatically leaves feedback as soon as I ship something. I've got about a dozen different feedbacks that it rotates through and leaves for my customers, so I don't have to remember to leave feedback. Yeah, Octiva, a listing manager is definitely a great tool for doing high volume eBay.
There's also Turbo Lister that's not necessarily great, but it's not bad either. It's free.
Yeah, I think I tried Turbo Lister a few years ago, about the time when I was starting off with Octiva. I was kind of trying them both, and I dropped Turbo Lister immediately. It was very tough. So
But what's the asset
Melissa,
sale program or GoDaddy for taxes?
yeah, yeah, I use somebody. I don't use a program. I'm lazy in a lot of those sense. I outsource a lot of work. Sometimes you have to evaluate your time versus money, and that's why I have an employee. I can do a lot more things while he's working. So, I don't know how to explain it. To me, my time is valuable for my businesses because I don't just run one business. So, paying him works. Paying somebody to work on the taxes or paying somebody to do your accounting, things like that. And outsourcing work, those can be tools in themselves because you're saving yourself time where you can go out and source more, research more, and things like that, and make yourself more money instead of spending time trying to take care of administrative tasks.
Yeah, Picker Smurf is asking about Ink Frog. I don't have any experience with that, so.
Well, I figured the Toad or Jeff Davidson would know what anything with a frog meant.
I don't know much about it. I've heard about it. But...
Well, you're the Toad, he's the frog, but...
Yeah, see, it doesn't say ink toad, it says ink frog.
Same difference, they're both amphibians.
Picker Smurf, you're not invisible. I just read off your question. Jeff Davidson also has a spreadsheet that he does for tracking inventory and sales that he's got out there. Sean, didn't you get a tester for it? How's it been going? Sean.
See, Jeff is the inked frog. The one and only inked frog. So
indeed, Jeff Davidson has an awesome Excel program.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go check that out. I haven't, just because I'm curious.
And John Bradley says Indica.com is a great third party for postage besides Stamps.com. But Indica apparently charges $10 per month.
Hold on, dude.
Yeah, so I wonder what other services that they offer to compensate for that $10 a month, because Stamps.com gives you commercial-based rate, and I don't think you pay a service fee to them, or do you?
You can get a free account, and there's also a paid one. I don't know what the paid one gives you, though.
Interesting. Yeah, I've not used those secondary services. I know Scraparella uses Stamps.com a lot for her stuff.
Yeah, I haven't used any of them either. That's because I don't get enough sales yet, but I'm working my way there. I'm hoping.
Right. Well, hey, Google's just a keystroke away for a lot of the stuff that people are talking about. Write it down and go look it up. And I mean, post your stuff on the Reseller Society, or if Chris doesn't mind, I'll mention my forum.
Go ahead.
The sourcingforum.com. It's just starting, so you can always go check it out as well. I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch of hate in the comments now for pimping my forum, but it's just the alternative to eBay or the alternative to Facebook. It's not a replacement. So I enjoy the Facebook groups.
I forgot to put the link for the show tonight in there anyway. I was supposed to, because Brian told me I can put my link in there for the show, but I keep forgetting to do it.
Right. Yeah, you can link shows, you can link your accounts, Amazon, eBay. I don't really care. I mean, as long as people aren't screwing people over, it's a much more open place and a little bit more regulated. Even myself, I try to filter myself on the forums a little more because I know I have a hard time with that. But I also run the Allied Military Forum. That one's been real successful. We're coming up on a year of having that one going. So, and we have a sales forum there as well. If people come across military that they can't sell on eBay, you can always sell stuff on forums. So, just as an idea, tools for selling things that you can't put on eBay,
Hold on, dude.
Caesar says no need for dumb approval here, Law. Caesar's awesome. Yeah, I have too much stuff going on, but
Alberto says
I feel like
Alberto said he recommends a Bluetooth scanner for your phone.
Yeah. I still don't have one yet. That probably comes with my laziness. But I know people that absolutely love them. I would suggest checking out, what is it, gillmoney.com?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, gillmoney.com. They've got a recommendation for a scanner on there.
Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff on there. As well as
Catherine
it's Shelton, too, in the Treasure Hunters group. They also have some stuff in there, too.
Yeah, it's definitely good jumping off points for people looking for tools and stuff to use.
I'm going to give somebody a plug. Not that I tested. I looked at the link. You can go check it for yourself for shipping wise. It's called whippingtools.com. But what they do is they basically find you the cheapest way to ship your item, from what I've gathered, from all the services that are out there. I have not tested it myself, so I cannot give a review or a good positive feedback, but if you'd like to test it yourselves and give me feedback, and I can tell the person that gave me the link what my viewers are thinking, I will gladly do that.
Cool. Yeah, Alberto says the one that he's got on is from the Gill Money's page, and it makes things a lot faster. Which is that's what I've heard about it, and I, being that I do a lot of books, I probably need to go ahead and invest in one, but I haven't yet, so I can't really comment on them.
Not whipping tools, Caesar. Whipping tools.
Oh boy.
Man, yep.
And this is the point when the chat starts to go.
Yeah, that's why I said as soon as it's going to get to the point where I'm going to shut it off. It's not because I want it to be fun, but it's,
Right.
I try keeping this one somewhat on task.
Caesar, look into the light. Caesar, look into the light.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. Eric, would you say your goodbye or whatever?
Yeah, I appreciate it, Chris. The only thing I could say is check out the Collector's Catacomb on Thursday nights at 9:30 Eastern. every week. And check out the sourcingforum.com for the reseller stuff and get in on the ground floor and help us turn it into something great. So that's about all I got. Thanks for having me on, Chris, and anytime.
And you'll be here on the 1st of March.
Yep, I'll be here the 1st of March. Actually, right after I'm going to go, I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky that weekend for the show of shows. It's a big military show. So if anybody's in that area and they want to say hi or something like that, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll be there probably Thursday night to Saturday night at that show, and I'll be heading back this way, probably Saturday evening or something.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
John?
You know me. Thanks for joining. Thanks for having the show. And thanks to Eric for joining. Subscribe to Cool Toads. You know, all that same old stuff. Thanks.
And I want to thank everybody for being here. We stayed around at 30 viewers for the night, which is I'm very happy with. Next week, as I said 2 other times, Wesley Williams will be here. The topic will be about marketing. So, if you want to learn how to market yourself or your store or whatever, please get the word out and come to that show. The 22nd, we have not come up with anything yet, but as we said, Eric will be here on the 1st. So if there's something you'd like to see, you know how to get a hold of me and or Sean, and we'll see what we can work out, maybe a guest on a certain topic. Thanks again.